Right, so today is the 6th of October 2025, and this is a review of some of the things that I learned last month. Last month, I was using ICT's Market Maker Primer series. Yes, so yeah, these are some of the things that I learned. I just want to do a recap to see if I remember some of the things and teach it on the chat. So the things that I'll be tackling are swing points, support and resistance or key levels, liquidity pools or stop hands, and then the power of three or the accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So let me start with the swing points first. So swing points are is a three candlestick pattern where you have, let me say, okay, you have two candlesticks besides, no, where you have okay, so we have two types of the swing points. We have the swing high and then we have the swing low. With the swing high, we have one candlestick. Okay, we have three candlesticks with the middle candlestick being the highest and then two lower candlesticks at the left and right of the middle one. And then with the swing low, it's the same thing but the reverse of it. So we have, see if I can get a better one. We have okay, so three candlesticks like this one. Then you have the left one and then the right side being lower than the middle one. So this is a swing point, and these swing points are important because the levels or the points of the pattern are sensitive to price. So most times when price gets to these levels, it reacts. Yeah, it reacts. So you should try and delineate them and then keep an eye for them because there are possible areas where price could react, not necessarily reverse from it, but reactions do occur around these points, especially when they happen at key levels. And that brings me to the next one, which are the support and resistance or the key levels. When I was learning retail stuff, and by retail I mean the normal trend lines and stuff, I used to understand support and resistance as just maybe areas or levels where price has reacted or rejected. Be like, okay, let me see if I can get an example. Okay, so something like this would have been uh, resistance because price has reacted around that level for a couple of times and then couldn't go through. Yeah, so that was basically the all I knew or understood about support and resistance. That these are levels where price tests or retests a couple of times without um, not being able to pass through. But when I started with ICTA, I've come to understand that these levels, not all of them do, but most support and resistance levels are actually key levels. And the key levels are let's see, the 12 months. Okay, so when you go to the time frame, okay, no, no, not this. This time just use the daily and the okay, so go to the daily. So we have the monthly high and low. The 12 months, let me see. Yes, it is. Uh-huh. Okay, so these are the levels. So this from this line to this line is a 12-month period. Then from this line to this line is a 12-month period, and then so on and so forth. So these levels within this period, we have the high and then we have the low. It's like we have the high and then I think the low here too, and then same thing for this, the high and then I think the low will be here, and then the low, and I think the high will somewhere here. Yeah. So these levels, when you mark them out, most of the time when price gets to these areas, not only the 12 months high and low, but we have the 12 months, we have the quarterly, that is every 3 months. Then we have okay, 4 quarters in a year. So yes, every 3 months. The high and low of the last 3 months are also sensitive areas where price could react. And these, the 12 months. Sorry for my presentation. I'm not using anything. I'm just speaking. It's like improv. It's a little messy. Yeah. Huh. So yeah. So we have the 12-month high and low. We have the quarterly high and low. We have the weekly high and low. Then we have the daily. Also, we have the session high and low. All these levels are levels where are key levels where price could react. So I think let me see. This is probably a weekly high and low or something. Yeah. So I use this indicator, the period separator, and then I just change it so I can mark it out. So 1 week, let me see. Go to the 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm not really seeing what I want to show you, but okay, yeah. So I think this was actually a monthly high and low. I had monthly high. This is a monthly low. Yeah, yeah. This is it. I'm surprised. Okay, so yeah. So these are the key levels, and then we also have key levels from retracements and Fibonacci retracement, maybe when you pull the flip from here to here, between the 38.2% and then 61.8%. These are also key levels that price reacts from, but those ones are like secondary ones. The main ones are the daily high and low, session high and low, weekly high and low, monthly high and low. Those ones are the major key levels. And then I also learned about, okay, so with the high and low, when you are taking your trades and then setups are around this level, it gives the setup an extra form of an extra confluence. So it gives it a form of strength when you have these areas and you take your trades from them. So let's say, I don't know, I delineated it, blah blah blah. I marked it out, but I can't really remember what it was. I'm sure it was a weekly high. I'm sure it was a weekly high or something. Okay, yeah. So it's a weekly high. So assuming you know the weekly high is here, and then you're really messing this up. But hey, who cares? Okay.